Well, hey there YouTube, welcome to my messy washroom. I actually just did a little bit of straightening up in here today, believe it or not, a little organizing. But doing something today, something I haven't done yet, a video. It's going to be a gear testing video. So most of the videos I've put out so far have been just, trips have been going on. But what I actually want to do tonight is test out some new equipment that I have. One piece of equipment in particular, and that's this Greylock 4 down under quilt. Really look forward to testing it out. For those of you who know what it is, it's rated down to 0 degrees. It's from Jacks-r-Better. Those guys over there make a great product. I've had it out on the one trip up in the Chihuahua wilderness, and it worked great there, of course, but the temperatures weren't very low. It only got down to about 45. I woke up about 1 o'clock that night sweating. Had to take my beanie off, had to throw my sleeping bag halfway off of me, and definitely worked in those temperatures without a doubt. But what we've got going on today, of course, is snowpocalypse 2017 for LA here, Lower Alabama, and many of you may know we didn't get any snow where I'm at, but the temperatures are down. So I think right now it's about 7:30. It's 26 degrees outside with an expected low of 18 degrees sometime in the middle of the night. So a good time to give the underquilt and the bag a good run for their money, see if I can manage in the lower temperatures how comfortable I'll be. So just to go over what's on the table here, got a little table laid out. First off is my hammock. I have a War Bonnet Blackbird XLC, the double layer 1.7. Big guy, so that double layer gives me a lot of security. And then also on the trips you see me with my son, we both sleep in this, so it's rated for enough weight that it can handle both of us. The other thing I've got here, of course, is my War Bonnet Big Mamba Jamba tarp. Great tarp, worked great for me. The pillow I use, I don't know if I've ever talked about it, but it's just a Field and Stream pillow that I picked up from Dick's Sporting Goods. Other things, my overquilt, which right now is just a sleeping bag. I haven't either made or invested in an overquilt yet, but it's a 30-degree Eureka bag that I picked up from Gander Mountain. It's worked great for me so far. Last year we stayed out in Pine Mountain, my dad and I, and it got down to about 32 degrees, and I was just in that bag with a poncho liner underquilt and this Reflectix underneath me, and I wasn't necessarily comfortable, but I survived the night. My feet got really cold, but I know what mistake I made there. I was wearing the socks that I'd hiked in, didn't change out of those, and that condensation kept my feet cold. So I've got those Reflectix as well to go into my foot box, because of course the Greylock 4 is a partial underquilt. So I'm going to see if I need this or not tonight down to this temperature. I did not use it the other week. When I was in the Chihuahua wilderness, didn't use it there. I didn't need it. Stayed nice and warm all night long, even with no insulation underneath my feet. So that underquilt really kept me warm throughout that night. Other things I got that I sleep with, balaclava. I actually have this back from when I used to ride motorcycles. I'd throw this on and it fit my helmet on top of it real easily, and I'd ride around with a half-faced helmet and 25, 30 degree temperatures like an idiot. And then also I've got a fleece beanie. So this is the one I had to take off last week when we were hiking. Some other things I've got here, just some gloves. Probably give these a rundown while I'm setting up. This is just some, actually they're supposed to be some conductive gloves that are supposed to work with your smartphones, but conveniently they don't. Plus side is I've got these gloves, again from my motorcycle riding years. They used to have some fleece liners gloves, and I've lost those. So these actually work really great with these. And these just give you a extra layer of comfort, probably for if I was going on a trip, for everybody to be sitting around camp. I just didn't want my fingers getting cold in this. I want to have my hands in my pockets all the time. It's actually pretty cool out here in the washroom right now. So I think that's everything I got. So hopefully we can get a decent video. Maybe you get a little video of little footage of setting up, maybe a time lapse or something. We'll see how it goes, and then let you know how I do through the night, if I wake up any, or in the morning time when I get up. So hopefully it's good. All put together, and oddly enough, I don't think I've ever actually slept with the tarp down on both sides like that. I pretty much have always done porch mode, even when we've been in some pretty heavy rain. So again, this is just pretty much a stretch of the max length of this war bonnet as well, because the span I have here is a pine tree that I have in the middle of my backyard, and then an old power pole that was for a shed that used to be here before I moved in. And so it's kind of a stretch, but I've hung out here before and I've stayed the night out here before. So this would be the tightest pitch that I've had so far. So I got the Greylock lofting up there, and then my sleeping bag is in the shelf right there along with my pillow. So now I just got a few other things ready to go and see if we can get a nice rest in here. I just crawled in, kind of get a check out and see how things are going. I might go into the house for a little bit before I come out and finally go to sleep. But so far I can actually already feel myself getting warm. At first I had a little bit of a draft, and then I remembered that I didn't double check that the cord was under my feet on my right hand side, the side where the shelf is at. So once I did that and closed that gap up, it started getting warmer. So I'm just kind of gauging it out right now. Still about 26 degrees outside, with the wind chill it's saying it's supposed to feel like 17. So I definitely don't feel that in the hammock right here. Of course, I've got the bug net on the XLC as well, so that helps out a little bit, as also retain just a touch of heat. It's kind of surprising how much wind that does block and how much heat that does hold in. So almost kind of glad I didn't get the winter sock. We'll see if I ever regret that decision or not. But so far so good, so we'll see how the night goes. Check in with you later. Good morning. Slept pretty good last night. It's about 4:45. Kind of woke up, got to use the restroom, so I had my alarm set for 5:30 anyways, so I could get up and get things broke down. Stuff to do this morning. But overall, everything went really well. Kind of actually surprised how warm I am with this 30-degree bag on top. When I did wake up, there was a little bit of chill on my shoulders, so I unzipped my bug net and felt my arm around. And I actually needed to tighten the draw cord on the underquilt just a little bit to close up some gaps that were there. I didn't notice those last night when I was setting up. But other than that, everything very warm. One thing I did do, the down vest that I had on, I wound up putting it down into the foot box of my sleeping bag. I'm gonna tell you, my feet are toasty. I don't feel any chill on my feet or on my legs. I did use the Reflectix under my feet as well, and they feel fine. Overall, pretty warm. I never woke up because I was cold. Just to use the restroom twice. So, well, this would be the second time I hadn't got out yet. But it's down to 19 degrees when I checked. And definitely, when I unzipped the bug net, I feel the difference between inside and outside. So definitely a lot warmer, a lot of wind block from the bug net on the war bonnet. But overall, I'm very happy with the setup, and I'm gonna be honest, I would feel confident down to 20 degrees with a 0-degree underquilt and a 30-degree sleeping bag. So, as far as clothes, I'm just wearing some thermal bottoms with my camouflage pants that I had on, and then I've got a just like a t-shirt with a fleece top on, and of course got the balaclava and my fleece beanie that I had on, and then some wool socks. That's it. So very, very happy with the setup. It's later in the day now, and I've had a chance to kind of just think over everything. And all in all, it's a successful test of all the equipment. Definitely got some experience in the cooler temperature. You can definitely tell when the underquilt's not set just right. I felt a little chill early in the morning on my shoulder, and I unzipped the bug net, reached around backside, and noticed that it wasn't drawn up tight enough, so I had a little bit of air seeping in around my head end. I got that button up and definitely could tell the difference in that. Like I said, the down vest that I was wearing earlier in the video, I wound up taking. I didn't plan on sleeping with that anyways, but I went ahead and put it in the hammock just in case I wanted to put it in my sleeping bag. And part of me wanted to wait until it was necessary to put it down there to see if I had to have it or if I could have stayed warm. But honestly, I just went ahead and shoved it down there in the foot box. I knew I didn't want to wake up with cold feet and have something like that run me back inside. So surprisingly, when I woke up the last time around 4:45, my feet felt great. I was really sorry. That's one of the things I was worried about, was my feet getting cold. But my feet felt good. My back was warm, except for just feeling a little bit of chill in my shoulders from that underquilt issue. Everything worked great. The only thing that really got to me was when I was packing everything up, my hands just got cold. Even in those gloves, my hands got cold, very cold. Of course, I mean, rightfully so. It was 17, 18 degrees outside, so definitely probably one of the things I'll take with me if I do ever hike in these colder temperatures is some hand warmers just to go in those gloves. I think those gloves have some little zipper pockets right here that you can shove a hand warmer down in. So I think that'd definitely be a something I'd take with me if I go on a trip expecting temperatures like this, just for when I set up in the morning or tear down in the morning time. Keep my hands warm while I do that, because that's wasn't really comfortable. But other than that, everything worked great. I was actually surprised that the sleeping bag was able to keep me warm, especially being that it's only rated for 30 degrees. But I reckon with the underquilt rated at 0 and that rated at 30, somewhere in the middle kind of makes sense. You're going to lose a little bit of heat from the top side, but most of your heat would have been lost from underneath the hammock. So the underquilt really helped out with that. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks to everybody on Hammock forums and guys like Shug and Syntax77 for the videos you guys post. So a lot of that is how I've learned different things to do with the hammock. So have a great day, and thanks for watching.